Really something, Dan. You're just a genius. Panel come up here, it will sit right on the apron of the stage, just right straight across. And John, don't hit on Jules anymore. Yeah, here we come, my Bill. Well, we have, see what we have. We have a lot of, most of the cast is here, and we have, a lot of people came down to support this theater, to help this theater keep going. A lot of the technicians, a lot of the creative special effects people, the producer, and a lot of people came down and we'll introduce them. I'm just amazed at the turnout that these folks did. These are real troopers because, you know, like you, they've seen this film a million times and they've been to a lot of conventions and a lot of gatherings, and but you know, they show people like you are, and they just keep working. And you know, we have two spring chickens here, James, Karen, and me. And here we are. Let's get the mics here. Hang on, I'm going to get the mics for the...
We don't need microphones, do we, boys? Theater training. Yeah. They do the back wall.
It's called projecting. And they don't do it in movies.
Now, what we'll do, actors and crew and executive staff and creative technicians will just pass the mics back and forth, you know, and you have to hold them kind of close, like you know, we do. And hi, Kevin.
Hi, Clu.
Well, you guys are amazing. Is Kevin here now? No.
We got Kenny Myers down here.
Kenny. I hadn't seen
Graham Henderson here. I heard he was coming.
Yes.
Well, he was coming.
He's not. He's trying.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank
He
you.
just IM'd me and he's trying.
Yeah. I was invited tonight to a little Mexican joint over here to meet with Beverly and a bunch of folks, and I didn't get drunk. I knew I couldn't, so they were all drunk, so just ask them questions. No, they're not drunk. Not really. Beverly doesn't do that. Okay, now, I'm going to introduce, and as I mentioned before, I gave an introduction before the film to the man who, one of my family's closest friends for many years, his mom and dad and his brother, all very close to us. And luckily, he loves this film. He loves Dan's work. And I must tell you that we're very honored, privileged to have this great film historian, great filmmaker, world-class filmmaker here with us today. And he just this minute wrapped Hugh Hefner's film, and I'm very excited about it, look forward to it, you know, and it's going to be very interesting because Jeff's a really, really hot director, and a magic in the magic room, and I want to see him work with little big-titted girls. Oh, my heavens. Okay. It's just one of those things. It just came out. I'm so sorry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you one of my closest friends, the King of Cork, Mr. Jeff Burr.
So I'm just going to get out of the way here because all you guys, you know, you're the stars tonight. Just one thing I would encourage everybody to do, because this is such a well-documented movie, there's the DVD with all the commentary and everything. I would encourage you tonight to tell stories that have never been told before. So just lay it out on the line, and you know, no holds barred, because a lot of these people obviously are fans of the movie too, and So just that's what I would encourage. So first, I mean, the really obvious thing, I think everybody should introduce themselves, and then we'll get into how Dan first started the project, and anything that you have not told before. Go.
All the mics are on now, so you can use all the mics.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, share the mics. And if you have to walk from our end over here, like Kenny, and so forth, Jules, Kenny can't walk. We'll just walk over there and grab the mic. The cord won't stretch this far. Yes, it will.
Okay, so just go from here.
My name's Tony Gardner. I did half dogs and half clubs. Whatever Dan would let me do. I came in sort of late. I joined the crazy party, and I was very welcomed. I had a great time.
He came straight from kindergarten, I think.
Yeah, via Brian Peck, but that's a story maybe we'll tell you later.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't think you shaved back.
I can now, though.
Tony, I want you to tell a story about Graham, and I want you to tell a story about Graham and how you first got the job and the threats that you got to. Good story.
Is Graham here?
He's not here yet, so go ahead and tell it.
Okay. All right. I was 20. I was in college. I met this guy named Brian Peck through some friends at school. He was a part-time student. And he got cast as a, well, that's how I interpreted you. I was a part-time student, so I was projecting on everyone else.
I ditched class lunch.
Yeah, okay.
Take the mic, Graham.
He was very much the preppy back then, the eyes-on shirts and the nice hair, and said he was cast to play a punk rocker named Scuzz. And Brian has these perfect white teeth. And he said, hey, you're interested in makeup effects, and maybe you can make me some teeth so I could be a little more in character. So I was 20, I was trying to go to school. I'd been hired by Rick Baker as a runner on Thriller, and within a couple weeks I got to be a zombie and be in it, and I dropped out of school and I was like, this is the greatest thing in the whole world. And then Thriller ended and I didn't know what I was doing with my life, and my friends were hating me. Meanwhile, Brian's like, I need some teeth. So I did some teeth. He went and took them to an audition, and the director, Dan O'Bannon, said, who's your dentist friend? Those are very interesting teeth. I'd like to meet him. And Brian didn't mention that I was 20 years old and just dropping out of college. And I went to Dan's house and we talked about doing some teeth for some other characters. I happened to have some pictures in my pocket of a corpse I was building just because that's what I did in my free time. Dan said, hey, you know, we have this effect in this film. We're having some problems with this company. I'd like you to come out maybe to set. So I go to set, and I meet all these really wonderful, warm, fuzzy people on this rainy day outside of You Need a Medical Supply. Bill Stout, everyone, very wonderful. Brian's introducing me to all these people. And then I walk around this corner, the corner where they run around the fence to You Need a Medical Supply, and there's this very angry, very large man sitting in a director's chair. And he says, Tony Gardner? I go, yes. He goes, have a seat. And my name's Graham Henderson, and I don't know who you are, and I don't know why Dan has any faith in you, and you're just 20 years old, and I don't know you from, I'll just do a legal disclaimer, I suppose, at this point. This is how I'm remembering this. I have no faith in you. Dan seems to have faith in you. I don't know why. If you screw up, I will make sure you never work in this town again. It's like every cliche you could imagine. And I remember him grilling me, and I just sat in this chair getting angrier and angrier, and the rain machines are going off in the background. It's like all the magic's gone. And he's like, if you screw this up, I will crucify you. You will never work in this town again. And I remember walking away going, fuck him. I will show him. It was the best motivation I ever had. He's like, you have 2 weeks. We need this half corpse. If you're going to do the half corpse, you have to do the half dog, or you can't do the half corpse. And you got to start now.